A 94-mile-an-hour wind out here. Guy just finished driving his 57 Chevrolet Belair from Tennessee all the way to Missouri to trade for another rig, sight unseen. It's this, 1963 Buick Lesabre 4-door hardtop. You know, some of you might be thinking, well, that's kind of a silly trade. What's going on here? What makes this Buick Lesabre unique is actually what's under the hood. It's got a 6-liter LS and a 4L80 transmission, making this the car that I'm going to call the LS Saber. Let's check this thing out really quick. We got to do some work to it, and then I'm going to attempt to drive this thing the long way home, over 700 miles. Missouri all the way to Indianapolis. We're stopping at a PRI, and then we're going to try to drive all the way back down to Tennessee. No idea what's going to happen. I have 0 parts other than tires. We're just winging it. What could go wrong? Digitals. That's what could go wrong. Some of you may remember this. 5 or 6 years ago, I had this identical car, color and everything, 63 Buick Lesabre. That one had a 401 Wildcat in it. Loved the car, drove it for quite a while and ended up selling it for $17, literally. I've always wanted another one, and then this one popped up. Guy reached out and said, hey, would you be interested in trading? Well, sure, we got to get these rigs on the road, keep them moving around some way or another. I'm hoping we can do some work to this thing, make it a lot of fun, a tire fryer, I don't know. But it looks original, which is really cool. But it should be peppy with the 6-liter in it. Last night, late, I transferred all of my stuff from the 57 right into this car. It was dark, so I'm going to look at it with you for the first time here. And then we got to get on the road. We got a lot of miles to put down. I did bring tires with. I hauled them into 57. They're now in here. These are from 2013. I don't trust them. We're going to have to stop at a tire shop first, I think. And then we got to figure out heat. I don't know what is going on, but the wind and the cold up here is, well, it's wind and cold. Anyway, let's take a look. This car is pretty good. I mean, it's a clean car. It's got a little bit of rust, which is really typical for these underneath that stainless piece there in the rear. It's got a little bit of a whoopee on the other side. Right here, a little bit of a whiskey dent, not bad. Old timer must have snagged her into something coming out of bingo or something. We might be able to knock that out a little bit. And then that same little rust back here, but I think we can patch that up pretty easily. The stainless is in really good shape, pretty much all the way around the car. The feller said, really nice guy, by the way, he put weather stripping in. His name's Scott. He's the one that did the engine swap on this. He bought the car without an engine. I thought, well, mazel, you know what I mean? This is really cool. I just noticed T3 headlights. We have 3 of them. Those would be really, really old, if not original headlights for this car. Those old T3s. Got all the poverty caps on her and whatnot. The roof isn't dented in, smashed up or anything like that. Got a little dinger right there, but that's really it. This trim is in the trunk. I saw that last night. I had to move it around when I threw my stuff in the trunk. So we have that as well. But overall, these are pretty cool cars. Back in the day, they were the gentleman's car. You could see the cigar smoke rolling out of that thing. But look at the interior. I think this is original miles. I've got some of my stuff in here, but look at these door cards. They're in really good shape, quite honestly. Seats are in good shape. They got a little bit of moisture on them at some point, but not bad. Got my going to town boots for PRI. Another nice door card. This seat obviously has a little wear if you squint. It's kind of over there-ish. But look at the pedals. The pedals are nice. The armrests are nice. The wheels got a little bit of that cracking, but it's not all busted up, and it shows 62,000 miles. And what's pretty cool is, even though this is swapped, there's no big gauge panels or electrical stuff flying everywhere. It's all original dash in here. The dome light's on right now, for Pete's sake. I've got a bunch of paperwork I'll show you in a minute that came with the car. This is really cool. Built expressly for Carl Stark. That was the feller here. Sonomatic AM, no AC, rear heat though. Speaking of heat, we're gonna need to fix that. It's supposed to have a leaking heater core, but we're gonna need something. We're gonna freeze otherwise. Headliner looks nice. What a nice old rig. Don't want all this stuff to fly away, but here's all the receipts and stuff and doodads, and these are pictures of the car supposedly when they were new, or it was brand new. There, pretty cool. I actually have receipts for once. So I'll stay with the rig, obviously, no matter what happens to it. But anyway, what you're waiting for, let's get under the hood. Boy, I know purist Buick people are just squirming right now for not having a wildcat. Oh yeah, yep, oh yeah, that's truck motorage. Digital fan, there's wires and beat bops and whatnots and more. Custom manifolds, looks like he built those. The guy made all this stuff, which is really cool. I can certainly respect that. He just figured it out. I'll get over here and take a look, and then we're gonna get some coffee, get to work on this thing. Heat is probably the first thing. There you go. So this would have come out of a 3/4 ton truck, most likely, 6 liter. It's got 243 heads, and he said it's got upgraded valve train in it, but a stock camshaft. And then big old 4L80 back there, in case we want to pull a 40-foot camper trailer or something like that. We could do it. It's got a digital fan, custom edge pipage here. That looks like for the crossover. Just plumbed it in right there. That's pretty popular. Coils look to be my style. You know, you don't need all of this. Nice. It's got a Phytech fuel pump on it, I believe, in the back somewhere. Still got the single pot of death. So we got a whole lot of giddy up and not a lot of whoa. So that's perfect. I like that. Looking good. Dual hornage. Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool. And you can see here the heater hoses are unplugged because the core was leaking on the inside onto the floor. I think the very first thing we're gonna do is get to a parts store, plug this back in, see how bad it's leaking, and then I think I'm gonna try that K-seal again. We just did it on the 57. Well, that was loose. And it actually worked. So could that work here too? I don't know. I do not know. But let's fire this thing up. Okay, got 3 keys, but apparently only one does something. Oh yeah. She's got gyps on it, I think. Let me look. Oh, they're tucked in there really nice. I think it does have tips. It does have tips. Gyps and tips. Well, it's official. I don't know if I can sell it now. Sounds like it runs good. I hope so. We got a lot of miles. Well, good enough. Oh, check the oil, checking transmission fluid. All right, parts store. Get in, let's go. Oh yeah. Well, she's pretty loud actually. So there's a tire shop 3 minutes from this motel. So let's go get the tires knocked out quick. I don't want the black rubber getting rubbed all over the seat back there, darn it. And then we'll figure out this heat, grab some fuel, and just jam this thing on the highway and see what it does. Well, these guys are knocking those tires on quick. Of course, we're gonna do a white letter out. And then there's a O'Reilly right down the street, I guess. We'll go check that out in a minute. All right, tires are on. We'll go get some magic in a bottle. See if we can plug up this heater core. I don't know how bad it leaks, I guess. Hopefully it doesn't just pour out, but we're fixing to find out. Got some fixings here. Guy's gonna jump in with me. His truck broke down. Looks like wheel bearings. It's a real bad day to be walking. It is. The wind chill out here is nasty. So I'm gonna give him a ride over by Walmart. Make sure he's set up. But let's get this heater plugged in first. Let's see. Take this loop out. Have this guy ready. Ow. It's a lot hotter than I thought it was going to be. Golly. Getting hotter and hotter. Woo! There. Only lost 47,000 gallons. Heater core leaks. I don't know how bad. We're gonna find out, I guess. Heat and a little leak is better than no heat. Let's see if this will plug it up. Oh, for Pete's sake. There we go. Well, there goes Melvin. He's got wheel bearing out. Feel bad for him. Made sure he had all the tools he needed. We are, it looks like Cheech and Chong in here. Had to open the vent window up. It's just smoking. You can taste the glycol. But it's heat. You just can't breathe or see. Hopefully the K-seal will patch this one up. I don't see it leaking yet in here. It must be leaking in the box somewhere, but goodness gracious. Oh, well, we're just gonna point this towards Indiana. I don't have a serpentine snake belt, computer boot box thing to beep anything. Oh, we gotta get fuel eventually here. Let's see if we can get to Indianapolis. Phase 1, here we go. We've got pretty decent brakes for a change. Steers good. Rides, well, it's Buick. Rides beautifully. But there is a vibration. Wow. Right around 60, 65. I don't know if it's drive shaft or rear end, one of the two. But under it, it's fine. Right in this zone right here, it's howling at us. We'll keep an ear out for that. Well, the fuel gauge seems to be working, which is a huge plus. I think the only rig I have that has a working fuel gauge. Isn't this fuel door cool? It flips up. Boop. Anyway, the smoke is starting to dissipate. I've been wiping the glass down just so a guy could see. It's getting slightly better, but I'm worried that the engine might be getting hot. The upper toppermoster radiator hose feels like she's just under some pressure. Oh, I do have, okay, I was just checking to make sure I got some coolant. Probably too hot to try it now. This came with the car, really cool. Motor manual, some extra parts and pieces. There's that trim I was talking about. That's what we got. Some tools, sparkulators, and a jack. Good enough. Grab a coffee I've been talking about forever. And then interstate's right there. We're just gonna see if it'll run 70. should. And then hopefully we'll be getting in around dark. The guy's gonna go ahead and top off the ice cube juice. I don't have any gauges on this. I really doubt the oil and temp gauges are wired into the computer. That would be a super trick if it was, but it looks pretty minimalized, which is great. Fire it up, let it circulate. There you can see the heater core in a bottle working. Hopefully. Absolutely cannonballing right now. I'm not used to this at all. I haven't broken down, and we're doing the speed limit, which is fantastic. We're actually only about an hour and a half outside of Indianapolis currently, if we can keep this pace up. Talked to Scott, the feller I got the rig from, got some more information. The 6-liter in transmission is out of a Chevy Express van, and the bottom end has about 300,000 plus miles, so it's perfect for vice grip garage. Also, the OBD2 Kenobi connector is in the ashtray, which I checked out, really sweet. And the oil amp and temp lights are rigged into the original connector doodabbers on the stuff that goes under the hood, so those actually work too, which is really slick. So pretty much everything works except the speedometer and the clock. Even the radio, the old Sonomatic AM, works, believe it or not. We're getting really good fuel mileage. I just don't quite trust the sending unit yet, so I'm going to top off here, grab another coffee, and we're going to be getting in at dark 30, but that's okay as long as we don't break down. Well, we made it to the Motel 2.5. Gonna grab some sleep. Tomorrow, PRI, taking you guys with, try to get you a sneak peek of what that looks like, walking around a little bit, and we'll catch up with some friends. And then we've got a big road trip from Indianapolis back to Tennessee still. Good morning. Just bought that feller a coffee. He got a 67 Ford running after watching the show. Show me some pictures of it. That's pretty great. It snowed last night. Quite a bit actually, and I'm glad we got some new tires on the rig. I hope we don't have to drive through the snow. I don't think we got wipers or anything like that. I'm walking over to PRI, Performance Racing Industry. If you've never heard of this, it was started in 1986. It was purchased by SEMA in 2012, but they are completely different shows, SEMA versus PRI. PRI is more putting race teams in direct contact, race teams and businesses in direct contact with engine builders and manufacturers of superchargers and components, and I'll show you guys. But it's heavy dirt track, NASCAR, F1, monster truck, like the nitty gritty. There's no TVs and refrigerators and light up brake drums and stuff like that here, is what I'm saying. So let's go check the show out, walk around a little bit, and then we gotta jam that car back on the highway and head south. All right, we have made it. This whole convention center is full of stuff like this. You'll see a little bit of everything. Wish I could get up higher and show you guys, but it goes way, way back there, and there's multiple other rooms as well. A lot of sushi slicers. Pretty much every big brand is here. This is the Super Bowl of auto sports. Well, there's Turk's Camaro, land speed car. That thing owns many, 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 many records. This is one of the baddest Camaros on the planet. These are all the records it holds. Skis. Shiny bits. Springy thingies. Goodness gracious. So much stuff. I can smell the machine oil from these guys over here. I think I found my way into the big tool section. Engine building, valve job stuff, crank stuff. Pretty much everything. This rig looks familiar. Moses sandals. Huh, I don't know what this is. Dual cake mixer or something. The Wizard. The old tire slicer 200. Well, that is a little bit of PRI for you. There's just so much, it's impossible to show you guys everything. If you've never been, consider it. And thanks to all the folks that stopped, said hi, showed me the rigs, took some photos. It's always nice meeting people when I'm on the road. Speaking of the road, we're walking back right now, pick up the Lesabre, or I guess the LS Saber. LS Saber. And we're gonna jam it back on the highway. We got a full day of driving yet to do. Let's see if we can get back without any issues. Came down to fire up the car, the battery is dead. Thankfully, the guy that works at the motel here, his car is down here and he has jumper cables. So he's gonna come over and give us a jump. Let's see if this will fire up. So we must have a voltage draw somewhere. Let's see what it says. We got dome lightage. Gonna have to sit a little bit. Well, that was nice of this guy. Kyle, I think's his name. Got us jump started. We'll have to take a look at that at some point, but it seems to be charging again. We can get on the road. be dipped. The Buick LS Saber has made it a little over 700 miles, pretty much no issues, and get this, the heater core did magically fix itself with whatever sauce that was. That's two essentially in the same trip I've fixed by just dumping that in. Obviously it's probably a temporary fix, gonna have to do something with that, but there's some quirky little things that I gotta go through on the car. But my big question is this: do we leave it the sleeper kind of grandpa looking hot rod it is, or do we consider maybe doing kind of a resto mod thing? Maybe stance it a little bit, get some 18-inch wheels or something, disc brakes, I don't know. I need ideas. I am enjoying it as is, but we should probably make it a little bit more gooderisher. We got driveline vibration and other stuff to go through as well. Big thank you to Scott for doing the trade with me. That was a lot of fun. He got himself a nice rig. I got myself a nice rig. Win-win. Thanks guys for watching. Appreciate you so very much. We'll see you soon.